And then I see this young Barack Obama. He's the keynote speaker at the convention in Boston. I can't prove it, but I know he probably used my documents to get there because nobody ever heard of him until that speech. But that said, he received my documents and a CD, which was a complete copy of an FBI wiretap tape. His lawyer, Greg Craig, used to be Ted Kennedy's lawyer. Greg Craig's law firm in Washington has had my material for many years because his partner defended one of the crooks in Sendin Corporation. Sendin Corporation, one of its directors was Brian Mulroney, former Prime Minister of Canada. We're right back to Canada again, right? There's many reasons I ran for Parliament. But back to Barack Obama, the Jesse file. Look where Jesse Jackson Jr. answered me about his knowledge of receiving my material. He's a lawyer, too. In October of 2003, a month before the hearing. And then Jesse Jackson Jr. was co-chair getting Barack Obama elected. They're both lawyers. They both know the truth of my matters. They both know about attempts to take me to Guantanamo Bay. They both know of my evidence of financial crimes. They both know of existence of wiretap tapes. They have a copy of one. They know everything and say nothing. They're crooks. I don't care if he's the President of America or the King of Siam. I'm a Canadian. That guy assisted in an attempt to falsely imprison me in a questionable prison in another country. Barack Obama is president of your country, but he's just a guy to me. He is temporary commander-in-chief of your army. I am the first chief of the Amos clan, and he basically declared a blood feud with me the minute he tried to lock me up. You understand? Barack Obama, after he's out of office, is just another guy. This is a guy thing. Look at my records. Am I lying or is Obama lying? What does your Constitution say about your president being a liar? Impeach the bastard.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? Like David Amos has a bone to pick with him, and everybody should check to see who's lying here. And I think you can tell by my voice that I'm not stuttering. You know, I'm not the liar here.
Well, I've looked at your documents, and I have to, really tell you. I mean, there's so much there. I mean, on it. I've seen them. I've seen the letters, and I want to encourage the people to go check out these documents that you have online in places, and even go to see how things have been removed, how they try to cover their tracks. This should confirm that they don't have good intentions for us. Like I say, if a government is doing all this to hide, it's obvious they can't be trusted, and they don't have nice things planned for us as Americans, or for that matter, the world.
Yeah. Now you take like your YouTubes that were taken down the other night,
right?
And you yourself have been accused of being a pedophile, as have I. If anybody,
and hold on, let me before you go on with that, I got to give my name out now. My name is James J. Stachowiak, Stachowyak. Check the registry and see if I'm on there. I had to say that so people can not just take my word for it, but they can go check it themselves and go on. Go ahead.
Well, the same holds true for me. And the proof that it's absolute bunk is the fact that I have permanent resident status in the United States of America. A Canadian cannot cross into your country with a criminal record whatsoever. If I've got caught drinking and driving in Canada, that's a criminal charge. I can't enter your country. Sir, by your own documents, I cannot be a criminal, right? Yet you go on the Internet and standard operating procedure of these questionable feds is if you can't hide a man's truth, then you swamp it with a bunch of bullshit. Now, people, the very heart of decent people is they hate diddlers or pedophiles. So if you read that a man is a pedophile, you don't like him anyway, right? Now, people want to believe the worst in people. So, and then they'll pummel my YouTubes or whatever with gay porn. Sir, I am not gay. I've been married twice, proud grandfather. And do I sound gay? Now, they got to learn new tricks, because that's what they do to most people. So I use reverse thinking. When I see a fellow's being slandered as a pedophile all over the internet, I instantly think that the feds don't like him. He must be a decent man. I think backwards. You know what I mean?
Actually, the people that doing the accusing are guilty of what they're accusing.
Oftentimes
it can be reversed, right?
Yeah, oftentimes that's the truth. Now, to see probably the most egregious blog in the United States of America, because it's published out of Google, out of Blogspot, which is owned by Google, but it's a Canadian doing it, and he's clearly a Fed. He brags of it. You go to BaconFat53, BACONFAT 53.blogspot.com, and you read down that guy's blog, and there isn't a soul on the planet that Zionist doesn't offend. And he proudly declares he's a Zionist. You can see where he hates black folks, Indians, Arabs, the commissioner of the Queen's Council, the commissioner of the Human Rights of Canada. You ought to see the names he calls her. The fact that he calls me names, I'm honored. I'm glad he's my enemy. But read it for yourself, and then ask yourself the obvious question. In Canada, such words are hate speech?
Well,
that's against the law?
Well, you got to be honored. You got to be honored that when people take the time out to attack you like that. You got to kind of be honored. I used to get really bothered.
I'm honored that he's my enemy.
Because obviously you're upsetting the apple cart. If you're not upsetting the apple cart, you're not you're not making enough waves to expose the corruption.
Now, you take the YouTube that was taken down from you, Jim?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, in my opinion, as soon as that was taken down, I knew it was valuable.
Right, and we got it back up, and we'll keep putting it up every time. But go ahead.
but the fact that it was knocked down,
right,
tells me it's important.
Oh, it is important. And they're afraid. They're afraid of people coming together, like you said. They're afraid of people realizing that we have the power and we can do it.
Yes, but the thing about it is a lot of people put up a lot of YouTubes calling Barack Obama names, and they're still standing, right?
Right.
The ones that they knock down, right, are the ones that are important. So be honored when they attack you. Now I go on, yeah. And I saw where, remember I asked you, I said, who's that Norm, I said I didn't know who he was. I said, who's that Norm guy? I kind of liked what he was saying in your YouTube. And I wanted to know more. I wanted to talk to him. He garnered my respect. And the thing about a YouTube, right? Right. Unless you're Marlon Brando or Jack Nicholson, right? Right. Your truth will come shining through. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And as he's sitting there looking at a man who I know to be a crook, Alan Spector, right, and is looking him dead in the eye and speaking straight and true, my hat's off to him, right? And I think, I want to talk to that guy because he's a straight shooter. And then I don't mean it as a joke as a militia man, right? I'm talking... He's a serious man, and he sat there and read the Riot Act to a crook in 1995. And if people had listened to those people in 1995, maybe all the bad shit that happened in 2001 and 2003 and ever since may never have happened. If they had listened to those very decent men stand there, put their documents, say, please check these. Did you see him hold up about 6 pounds of documents and say, this is proof that you ain't doing your job, investigate. Here you go.
Right.
Were they investigated?
No, it's